Have you ever been hurting so badly while simultaneously acting like you're completely fine? You answer the text, you make dinner, you take care of the kids, you go to work, you laugh, you make the plans, you keep moving. And if someone asks how you're doing, I'm good. Meanwhile, there's this whole other conversation happening inside of you. And lately, I've been realizing something about myself. I've gotten really good at saying I'm fine when I'm absolutely not fine. And this episode isn't coming from an expert. I'm not a therapist. I'm not here to diagnose anybody or tell you that every ache, illness, or physical symptom is caused by an emotion. I'm talking about this because I'm living it right now. And maybe somebody listening is living their own version of it too. For me, it's grief. Not grief because somebody died. Grief because I packed up my life and moved away from people I love. And for a long time, I thought I had dealt with that. I love parts of my life I've built. I have my husband, my children, a home, a life that keeps moving forward. So I thought that meant I wasn't allowed to still be sad about what I left behind. But apparently, emotions don't give a shit about the logical explanation. Because underneath some of the anger I've been feeling lately, there's sadness. Underneath the frustration, sadness. The resentment, sadness. And underneath all the times I thought, why am I so angry? I think there's a part of me screaming, because you're hurting. And I wasn't listening. I think sometimes we misunderstand what it means to let something go. We hear the phrase all the time, you have to let it go. Okay, great. How? Because apparently I missed the class where they taught us how to remove grief from our bodies like we're deleting an app from our phone. But um, someone said something to me recently that changed the way I thought about it. Letting go doesn't mean pretending you don't care anymore or that the feeling isn't there. It doesn't mean convincing yourself it shouldn't hurt. It doesn't mean waking up one morning and becoming Elsa. No. Sometimes letting go starts with doing the exact opposite. You acknowledge it, you name it, you say it out loud. I'm sad. I miss them. I'm angry. I'm lonely. I'm disappointed. I'm grieving something I thought my life was going to look like. And then, and then this is the part I'm terrible at. You don't immediately try to fix it. You feel it. That's it. You just feel it. Because how many of us have learned to immediately talk ourselves out of our own emotions? Other people have it worse. I should be grateful. Nothing really terrible happened. I chose this. I have a good life. And all of those things might be true. And you could still be hurting. Two things can exist at the same time. You can love the life you have and miss the life you left. You can love somebody and be angry with them. You can know you made the best decision you could at the time and still grieve what decision or what that decision cost you. You can be grateful and sad. Those things don't cancel each other out. And I'm starting to wonder how much suffering we create when we keep trying to make them. Maybe yours isn't your parents. Maybe it's a friendship that slowly disappeared. Maybe it's a marriage that doesn't feel the way it used to. Maybe it's your hometown. Maybe it's someone who died. Maybe it's a child getting older. Maybe it's the person you used to be. Maybe it's a dream you quietly realize probably isn't going to happen. Maybe it's a version of your life that existed only in your head. But you still have to grieve it anyway. We carry so many things that nobody can see. And sometimes we carry them so quietly that we stop seeing them too, until they start leaking out somewhere else. Irritability, anger, exhaustion, anxiety, not sleeping, feeling completely overwhelmed by something that normally wouldn't bother you. And stress doesn't just exist in our imagination. Our brains and bodies are connected. Chronic stress can and will affect sleep, muscle tension, digestion, immune function, and how we experience pain. That doesn't mean every illness is caused by unresolved emotion. It means our lives are part of our physical lives. And I've learned the hard way that I can't keep treating my body like it's separate from everything happening inside of my head. At some point, the body keeps the receipt. So I'm trying something different. Instead of asking myself, how do I stop feeling this? I'm asking, what am I actually feeling? And can I tolerate sitting with it long enough to hear what it's trying to tell me? Now, that's hard because sadness is uncomfortable. Grief is uncomfortable. Sometimes anger actually feels safer. Anger gives you somewhere to put the pain. You can blame somebody. You can fight. You can slam a door. You can mentally build an entire court case explaining why everyone else is an asshole. Sadness? Sadness asks you to sit still and admit that something matters to you so much that losing it, or even watching it change, hurts. So, if you're listening to this and something immediately came to your mind, a person, a place, a memory, a relationship, a version of yourself, don't shove it back down just because you're supposed to be okay. Maybe today you just name it. Even if you're alone, say, I miss this. I'm angry about this. This hurts me. I wish this was different. I'm grieving this. And let yourself feel whatever comes next. Cry if you need to. Write it down. Talk to someone you trust. Sit in the car for 5 minutes and admit the truth to yourself. You don't have to solve your entire life today. You don't even have to know what you're going to do about the feeling. Maybe the first step is simply to stop pretending it isn't there. Because I'm realizing that healing isn't always becoming more positive. Sometimes healing is becoming more truthful. It's able to say, I have a beautiful life, and something inside of me still hurts. And instead of being ashamed of that pain, I'm finally willing to listen to it. Because maybe letting go isn't throwing the feeling away. Maybe letting go is finally letting it move through you instead of forcing yourself to keep carrying it. And if you're carrying something right now too, I hope you give it a name. Not because naming it magically makes it disappear, but because you deserve to know what's exactly living underneath all of that noise. And maybe your body deserves to know that you're finally listening. If these conversations make you feel a little less alone in your own life, follow the show. We're figuring this shit out together, one uncomfortable truth at a time. Thanks for listening to Life and Bullshit.